Wojna domowa, kamery kontra TV menu. Zapraszam serdecznie, lecimy z tym nowe informacje i przeciek fabuły 77 odcinka. Nieźle. Zobaczmy. Pamiętajcie o lajkach.
We finally saw the beginnings of a civil war in the Alliance and how it will affect the Alliance.
No właśnie, Civil War, czyli wojna domowa. Kurka, to będzie dopiero, nie? Ja cię gwiżdżę.
And resolve the conflict within. Also before that, Dafuq answered a lot of questions and just spoilered us some information about episode 77. And today,
Ty, ej, no nie gadajcie, że jest jakieś nowe przecieki są. O kurde, to będzie sztos.
additional scene of the full 76 episode. Let's go over all the changes that Dafuq made to the episode, and there are a lot of them. We'll talk
Aha,
again
no
about...
tutaj będziemy analizować to, co się zmieniło. Słuchajcie, ja zrobiłem tak długą analizę na głównym kanale, ponad 30 minut, prawie klatka po klatce. No i tam jest naprawdę bardzo dużo ciekawych rzeczy. To jest niesamowite.
Let's revisit G-Man and see what he was up to between episodes 74 and 75.
Tylko wiecie, czego nie rozumiem? Skoro G-Man chciał jakby sojuszu potem, to czemu walczyli z Tytanami? Czemu naukowiec Tytan i G-Man chcieli zniszczyć Tytana kamerę, skoro będą im potrzebni do walki?
We'll talk about Astro UFO's conversation with the Duchess and find out who decided to help Titan cameraman escape from the Astro toilet squad. And I'll also tell you in general about episode 77 and its plot. So, sit back, put like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll get started.
No właśnie,
First of all,
zaczynamy.
it's worth breaking down the news that's been out recently. Dafuq has been throwing some interesting information around, so it's all worth sorting through. Of course, a lot of things that you will see now, it's hard to analyze and make some theory out of it, but still there are important questions that will help us learn more about the new episode and the plot of the series. Let's start perhaps with the funny answers, slowly moving on to the more important ones.
No dobra, dawaj, bo wstęp ma taki przydługi trochę.
Well, first up,
Nie?
here's the most interesting question for you. One of Dafuq Channel's Discord participants asked him, did he sympathize with the Duchess between episodes?
Tylko to jest prawdziwy boom? Da, chyba prawdziwy, nie?
To which he received a negative answer. But as I think Dafuq just wants to avert suspicion, there's a reason he added that very white oil in the second part of episode 76. Dafuq was also asked if his parsing is better than Databayo's. Well, as you can see, the answer is yes. The disassembly he talks about is a picture with 3 frames. If you are interested, you can...
Boom is my channel better than Databayo? Raczej wątpię, ale to jest jakiś... Co to jest? To jest po rosyjsku? Co? To jest komunikator Discord, ale czy myślicie, że to jest legitny? Dafuqboom? Czy to jest legitny boom?
Click on pause.
Ciekawe, co w komentarzach piszą. No to szkielety. Czekajcie, co on tu? The flames we can see another chair. Cztery 37? Co on tutaj?
My team and I have created Scibidi Toilet.
Ty, Skibidi Toilet gra jest, ty, będziemy musieli ją sprawdzić.
He talks about is a picture.
Dobra,
Does he
lecimy dalej.
This is the second time Dafuqboom has made fun of her. It's pretty much in the spirit of Dafuqboom. And after that, there's another chat message where we see YouTuber Steak next to Hog Rider from the Supercell
Hog Rider. Nieźle.
with a caption at the top that says, "Does he sympathize with this?" This is where Dafuq decided to put a heart, unexpectedly. Well,
Kurde.
that's it. Now
Czyli
we
co?
found out Dafuqboom's
Stick
true
i boom?
love. Congratulations. Okay.
Tego się
I
nie
think that's enough of
spodziewałem.
that. We should move on to more interesting questions. Before the full episode, Dafuq said that he would change a lot of things in the episode because originally, Dafuq says he wanted to do things
What a lack of sleep can do. I heard all of your complaints with certain stuff. Czyli słuchajcie, wychodzi na to, jeżeli to rzeczywiście jest prawdziwy, to znaczy, że kanonicznym jest ten full epizod,
and
nie?
also listen to the viewers,
Więc
deciding
tak
to
to
change the episode
interpretujemy.
and make the full episode canonical and part 2 not. We also learned that there's a possibility that Dafuqboom tell us and show us the size of the Titans. This we learned from a question that was asked by the channel's Discord admin, and Dafuq put like on that question, so it's probably a positive answer.
Okej, no to
we
spoko.
wait for the sizes of
Rozmiar
the Titans,
tytanów, no.
and in the meantime,
To
write
się
in the
przyda,
comments
nie?
how tall you think each Titan is. Speaking of Titans, there was another question, who is stronger, Titan cameraman or TV man Titan? There was no specific answer here. Dafuq put a thoughtful, smiley face. Yeah, it's a shame he didn't say it directly. It would have been interesting to know which of these big guys is stronger. We also learned that Dafuq doesn't like Dom Studio very much. When asked about them, he left a smiley face with a cross on it. Well, weird actually.
Ale czemu oni się nie lubią? To tam musiało coś się podziać takiego niezbyt dobrego, nie?
Apparently, Dafuq decided to press the issue to the end.
A nie wiem, czy Doom Studio pierwsze nie robił takich, wiecie, filmów takich niezbyt stosownych z Skibidi Toilet.
So that Dom Studios would
Nacechowanych,
change for the
tak
better,
wiecie czym.
like the good old days. And also, such statements in such a mild form doesn't mean that he hates them. He probably already has a neutral attitude towards these authors. I don't think Dafuq meant to be negative. So yeah, it's just that Dafuq is not interested in this universe, but they still have a friendly relationship. Well, now for the most interesting part, there was a question about whether the Titans will appear in the new 77th episode, and Dafuq answered in the affirmative. In
Tak,
principle,
tak, on to potwierdził potem, czyli Tytani się pojawią, nie? To jest
I did not
potwierdzone.
doubt it. I was fully confident that the 77th episode will show us Titans, maybe even a few. And now I'll explain why I was so sure. But before I do, I want to tell you about my toilet run game. Yes, you heard right. My team and I have created Skibidi Toilet Game.
O
And
kurde.
specially in honor of it, there is a promotion with Secret Agent, which you can get for free. The point of the game is to escape from the evil Skibidi policeman and score as many points as possible.
Coś jakiego jak Subway Surfer, nie?
You can already download the game on the Play Market, so I'll
Ty,
leave the link in the description. Be sure to download and leave your feedback. We really want to have your opinion. And in the future, we will add the game also on iPhones. Well, now let's continue.
O kurde, musimy ją sprawdzić, ale to na Roblox Brod
It has been
sprawdzimy.
said many times that episode 77 will be epic and very interesting. From this, I had an assumption that not only Titans will appear in it, but also G-Man. See, if you think back, the first appearance of
Na
G-Man
bank G-Man
was
się
in
pojawi.
episode 7. That's when he appeared as Skibidi Toilet's general. And later, in almost
Może
all
być coś
episodes
na
where
rzeczy,
there is a
nie?
number 7, G-Man appeared. 17, 47, 57, 67. All of those episodes featured G-Man. And now the new episode contains 2 sevens. We can say we will see the rebirth of G-Man, as episode 7 is essentially his birth. And who will he be reborn into? That's right, a Titan. He will be the new Titan in the series. I'm assuming he's going to be very powerful. If he
Ale
was
to nie jest tak szybko, bo to jest niedokończony projekt, jak to Boom powiedział, więc ktoś musi mu
a stylish
pomóc, nie?
menace under normal enhancements, imagine what he'll be like as a Titan. That's where we'll finally see the full power of G-Man. Also, you and I know that Dafuq will split the 77 episode into 3 parts, and there will be a very important and new character for the story. It might be, as many are saying it will be PK Men, but I think it will be someone else.
PK?
Since before adding a new race, we need to reveal the old ones in more detail, as many agents deserve their more interesting reveals. But anyway, new characters are only a good thing. I think now it's worth taking apart the full version of episode 76. There's a lot of things changed, and there was also one extra scene. So now we're going to go through the episode again. Let's
Szczerze?
start perhaps with the fact that the initial phrases of the TV men about the agents are gone, except for one last one. I basically understand why Dafuq decided to remove almost all of the TV men's phrases. The first version of that conversation sounded too violent, and it's unlikely
No.
that the agents cooperated with them at all after that. If the first
No właśnie, to ja już wam to tłumaczyłem, te teksty były tak chamskie, że no tu już można było spekulować, że tu będzie rozłam taki totalny, nie? I że TV meni są źli, ale Boom to mógł też zrobić celowo, bo wiecie, on może ma dla TV, może się okazać, że ci tak naprawdę TV meni są tymi złymi. Zresztą mógłbym potwierdzić to tym, że w opisie Boom dał, że jest coś straszniejszego od Skibidi Toilet i pojawili się wtedy telewizory pierwszy raz.
First version was canon, the TV men would have been kicked out of the Alliance long ago. Sure, the fodder phrase sounds just as harsh, but still only one TV man said that phrase, and it didn't seem like a massive disrespect to the agents. Next, what Dafuq decided to change was the appearance and character of the new character, Astro
No, tutaj
Woman. The
zmiana
way I
tej...
see it, the first version was more romanticized, but the new Astro Woman is not inferior to it, but you can see that she became more bloodthirsty, although she started to look more attractive, well waiting for G-Man to win her heart. By the way, we also
Wydaje się, że ona zna G-Mana dobrze i coś tam było.
realized that she is able to shoot not only from her eyes, but also from her mouth. From this, we can assume that the energy of the special Skibidi toilets is contained within them, and they are able to release it as they wish. Perhaps this energy flows like blood in the body of the special Astros. The next thing worth mentioning is that Dafuq added subtitles to the Astro toilet conversation.
To jest fajne, że są
Now you and
napisy,
I
nie?
can find out what they were talking about
No i
and
tu jest
speculate
o
what their
tytanach,
goal,
nie?
the Duchess replied. I'm not missing anything. The Astro UFO interrupts her and says, "Go ahead with the Astro leader is the one who was given this mission to oversee the war. Most likely the Astro UFO has shown himself very well before, which means he is very reliable, but I don't think he will be able to fulfill his mission this time. But, okay. We also realized that the squad that was chasing the Titan disappeared,
No.
and how is unknown.
Skład, który ścigał Tytana kamerę, zniknął, więc to jest ważne, nie?
Maybe this squad was destroyed by someone, but it's not clear yet which Titan we're talking about. I think you know which Titan we're talking about. Our cameraman. Perhaps he was rescued by someone, or he was able to deal with them himself. But there is
Tylko on jest w takim stanie krytycznym, że ja nie wiem, czy... Wydaje się tak, jakby G-Man wziął jego części, potem byli jednością
no
jakoś.
exact data yet. We'll probably find out in episode 77. By the way, I have a guess that it was Dafuq who helped the Titan. Before this Astro UFO said that someone interferes with their communication. That is, communication. And who we have connected with such technology, right, Dafuq? He may have cut off communication with this squad on purpose.
To zastanawiam się, skoro są astrotoalety, to czemu Boom chciał zniszczyć naukowca? Tego nie czaję. Chyba że naukowiec stał na przeszkodzie tego sojuszu ze Skibidi Toilet, bo G-Man może byłby bardziej skłonny, nie?
So they couldn't send a distress signal in case of an attack. It's unlikely that Secret Agent himself decided to attack the Astro. Maybe it's some character we'll only see in episode 77. Write your suggestions on this. By the way, it's even possible that G-Man is involved, since we saw relatively recently that G-Man had green orbs, and it's quite possible that the two of them were able to free our favorite Titan cameraman. There's also something else I'd like to mention. The symbols on Astro Woman have changed. Whereas before her sigil stood for love and romance, this symbol has yet to be unmasked. In addition
Aha, nie
to all
wiadomo,
this,
co to za
Dafuq
symbol.
left a new scene with the TV man at the Alliance base at the end. There we see how all the agents were watching the cameraman of episode 76, and when he died, very sorry about it. And right there was the TV man who said that agents are fodder and samples are more important. Here we see how cameramen are not happy with him and the situation in general. And here stands the same TV man with Astro's development and orders them to scrutinize it. After that, camera woman can't stand it and throws a TV set at him, and then another cameraman supports camera woman and throws a huge and powerful computer at him. And after that, he shows his middle finger. After such tricks, TV man beams and says they will regret it. So we've seen
Zastanawiam się, skąd TV meni są tacy mocni. Patrzcie, im się nic nie stało jak
a
ten.
direct threat from the TV man. Well, there's a civil war coming in the Alliance, and it's not the best option in this position. But anyway, the TV men are overreacting, and I'm sure a lot of agents are sick of it and aren't going to stand for it. But what's going to happen in episode 77? I already said that G-Man's appearance in this episode will definitely happen. We will see his rebirth, so to speak. And I'll also remind you that the episode will be divided into 3 parts.
No, prawdopodobnie 3 części, bo Boom to już ten potwierdził potem. Dzisiaj
And there
w
will be
sumie.
Titans and some new character. This all gives us a good boost to come up with theories about episode 77.
Zobaczymy, co się wydarzy.